is there anybody who was not in here for the last hour so you didn't know the what? Oh. You will get so you know the arrow of light what? Okay, cool. Great. Because I'm not going to. Okay, again, it's supposed to be fun, simple, and easy, and rolls out June 1st. Oh, and this lovely gentleman is going around and handing out tickets. Rip the one, put the ticket in, keep the one that says keep me, and you too can earn a 2 free night stay at the fancy family adventure tents in Key West. So, woo, free housing, no hotel needed, and you can go have fun in the Keys. All right, so we're going to do a little touch on other things, and then we're going to get into the how. So the acquired adventures, kids have been doing about 70% of those, and the elective adventures, 15 to 25% of the kids were actually doing the electives, and only between 0 and 3% were doing these awards, which is now why all the awards are becoming adventures across the board. And there's some differences in the elective adventures, but there's a whole lot of similarities. But age-wise, right? And again, it's 6 required and 2 electives to earn your rank, including having Bobcat at the top. Nope. Where is it? Bobcat should be the first, if not one of the first things you do as a den or a patrol across the board. And you missed where I said it's no longer a rank patch. It was never really a rank, right? And so they did cool ceremonies. Feel free, everybody can do a cool Bobcat ceremony every single year. Yay, you understand a little bit about Scouts BSA, character, and leadership, okay? But you don't have to. That ceremony can go away if that's not super important to the culture of your group. All right, so now, who here, question, does multi-level dens? That means you have wolves and bears together. So yes. Okay, there's a ton of those across the country because it's really hard if you're in like a really rural area or you just don't have a really big pack or really big den. Maybe you only have like 2 bears and 3 wolves. It's really boring to like just be there with one other kiddo, right? It's way more fun to be in a group of ideally 8 kids. That is Baden-Powell's ideal patrol, ideal den is 8, by the way, if you didn't know that. So this new program lets you do that a lot easier because there's 6 required, 2 elective, so you know you need to do 8 adventures across the board, and a lot of them are the same, right? We've got outdoor ones, and one of those they do at home. The faith and reverence one, they do at home, so that one you don't have to worry about as a den. And then pack meetings and activities. Now, instead of meetings, National has a new, and it may still be in their terminology because it's really hard to get rid of that word meeting. What do you guys think about when you think of meeting? So much fun, and I'm so excited, right? No, neither do the kids. They do not think of meetings as fun. So ideally, you guys should be having pack activities. Someone else coined the phrase packtivities. And instead of handing out your advancement or your belt loops, awards, those kinds of things at your packtivity, do it at the den meeting. They get more instant recognition, right? That means a couple things. Either we all sat down, I knew that we were doing pause on the path as a wolf, we went on our walk, we did our 6 essentials, we sat down, yay, high five, high five, high five, here is your belt loop, everybody goes home with their belt loop. So I already bought it, and if Bobby wasn't there, I get it to Bobby's mom and they do it at home. Or, last week we did pause on the path, and I hand it out at the next den meeting. It's still closer, usually, than when a pack meeting happened. The other reasoning for this update is our families today did not grow up in areas and stay there their whole life. How many of you grew up in Austin and are still here? Okay, couple. Most of you moved here as adults, right? Did you move your whole family and your grandma and your aunts and uncles? Probably not. So when people are moving here, they're looking for community. What better community than your pack and your den, right? So if mom comes to the pack meeting or dad comes to the pack meeting and I sit my butt in a chair, no one talks to me. I don't get to see my kid run around and have fun. I'm not involved in like the three-legged race or having the fun or going to the cool station, doing the fun activity. I'm just sitting for 49 minutes and I see my kid name and he smiles one time because he got his award and then he goes and sits down. That is not very community building. Community building is when we're all together, we're all having fun, so you can be earning and working on the elective belt loops or devices at the pack meetings. Yay! You don't have to come up with what the pack meeting is. You got to do it. Yeah. Oh, is it? Am I not on? Oh, I said meetings. I mean pack activities. See? It's hard to not say that word. So ideally, transform, right? Update. This is what your community needs. Most Cub Scouts are only staying across the country for 18 months, and then they leave. Whose decision do you think that was? Mom's. It's usually moms, not even dads. Mom, in most families, and I'm not making this up, this is a national thing. Mom is the one who figures out the schedule, and we're gonna do soccer, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna go to youth group, and we're gonna do this. And which thing did I feel like I was community in? Which thing did I see my kid smiling, having fun? Which thing did I feel like my family was accepted? That's the thing they're gonna stay at, okay? So packtivities, no boring meetings. Make sense? Any questions about that? I know there's some concerns about like, what do you mean we're gonna do that? Yes? Yes, so National has not come out with, they have for the requireds, and you can just look and see what they are. But if you want the cheat sheet, at the end of the thing, you email me and I send you the cheat sheet I made. So I went through and I made a spreadsheet with all of the ones that were similar. And then it's all on one thing. I know National's going to do that. Their focus right now is getting you the books. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes, but it will be a slow rollout because that's not the focus yet. Right? The main thing is to get out the new updates. All right. Okay, now you guys are getting the scoop. Here is a glimpse at the inside of one of the Lion books. Notice who here gets Boy's Life? Scout! See? Old lady. Scout Life. Scout Life. The artist that works in the Lion comic for Scout Life actually did all the artwork for the Lion book, and this is the little lion path with the 6 required adventures, and then they can draw in the 2 or write it in or put a check or whatever they want, and then they know that they got done. So they can kind of take ownership in their little book. Actually, it's the big book, and keep going, okay? And then Mountain Lion, here's one of the required adventures, and it is circle the animals below that are wild animals. Put an X on the food that is the wrong food group. So their stuff is age appropriate. So this is obviously for the kindergartners. This is not what you're gonna do for the Webelos, but why not? I've done that. I've run day camps where it used to be only the bears went fishing. So everybody did the bear requirements. And there's other requirements that it's okay if they color in a picture of the fish, if that's really only required in one elective, just do it. Like, it's still fun. Make sense? All right. So again, here's your glimpse. Here's a glimpse at the book where they're going to keep track of their required and their elective. And we're talking outdoor code and leave no trace principles in preparation for getting them outside. Okay, all right. Here's your glimpse at a book. The Lion and Tiger book is the big, tall book. The Wolf Through Air of Light book is a little short book. Okay, now notice. You've got a snapshot of the adventure, so it's going to tell you real quick, and then it's going to tell you the requirements. There's 7, but really there's only 6 that you're going to do at the den meeting, and 1 is your protect yourself, or how to protect your children from child abuse book that they do. And then you guys notice this QR code down here? Right here. So den leaders are going to buy, if I'm a den leader, usually, not always, 99.9% of the time, my kid is in that unit, right? My kid is in that rank. That's usually how it goes. So I'm going to take my kid's book and I'm going to open it up, and to plan it, I'm going to scan the QR code, okay? Once I scan the QR code, here's more of the book. There you go. That's what the book's going to look like. And there's going to be more QR codes instead of so you can go to the youth protection. There's going to be other QR codes that you can go to videos, all that kind of stuff. Okay? Now, you scan the QR code on the den leader. It takes you to the pick your rank or your grade, right? And then, excuse me, click on Lion. And then it's going to open up all the different required adventures. And then your electives, you click on those, and that's going to give you information on how to run that den meeting and what the required electives are, or required pieces are. Make sense? Okay, so there's not a book that you're buying. The only book is the kid rank book. Got it? Yes. Okay. Unless it's a Lion and Tiger, they have the adult companion book.
Yeah, but like I get what's that called?
The Den Leader Guide? You can go through and you can plan your whole year, and you can print off all the things and make it. It's going to be available on my phone. Yep. All right, now, the cool thing is, here's your snapshot of your adventure, and then your requirements, and then each requirement will have options for you to then do that requirement. So the requirement, which one is this? I can't see which one this is, but it's for Lion. Requirement 2, for whichever one this is, have your adult partner or den leader read the Scout Law to you and demonstrate your understanding of being friendly. So here's some ideas on how to do requirement 2. You can play the compliment day game, and you click on it and it will give you details. You can play the lion mask, or you can play do the Wiggalo song, or you can do something that you come up with yourself. Okay? Any questions about that? We're going to keep going. There's no questions. All right, now let's look at this closer. Hold on, let me see the next one. Nope. All right. The compliment game, for instance, if that's the one you're going to click on, you're going to look and see that it's indoors. The activity level, meaning how much running around are they going to be doing in my house, is a 1, so they're going to probably be sitting for that, for the compliment game. The 3 is remind me, Lindsay, what is it? Surprise. How many supplies? Supplies. So I need lots of supplies for the compliment game because it's a 3. And a 4 is time. That's the little hourglass thing. That is how much prep time I'm going to need. So I might need to go to Joann's to go get the stuff, okay? If it has a prep time of like a 1, I can run home from work and do it really quick. So What I love about this is I'm normally the den leader, but I got sick. Instead of canceling the den meeting, Lindsay can take it. Hey, we were gonna work on this belt loop, and she can look and find all the things that have like very little prep time and do those things real quick. So it's fun, simple, and easy. That's the point, is making it so that it's fun for you as an adult too to put on, okay? And that you don't have to come up with ideas, but it's not so regimented that maybe I don't like crafts. I just really don't want to make a den flag. I want to play a game. Okay, play a game. It doesn't say play a game, it says get to know your den. Make sense? Okay. All right, again, here's the bobcat for, this would be bears. And they're gonna have in your online den leader helps, right? You're gonna have videos on how to do the stuff, because maybe you don't know how to sing the Wiggle-O song. Wig, hello, wig, wig. Oh. Anybody else know the song? No, but they will have a crazy person like me online singing the song, and then you can get it, you can get it. Yes.
So if you go back,
Yes, go back. One more.
so on here, it's really important to notice the safety moments.
Oh, yes.
Every adventure is going to have safety moments. Specifically, if it's around food, it's like fishing or biking, like to keep an eye, like y'all have all the things that you need to keep your kids safe. To make sure to read those.
Good point out. Thank you. All right. So, cool? Yes? Because you guys didn't know the Wiggle-O song, but there's a video, and then you can learn the cool Wiggle-O song and teach it to the kids. All right. Now, again, don't call it pack meeting, ideally. Now, you may even see in the literature, it'll say pack meeting, but what they're trying to move towards is towards pack activities or packtivities. Maybe that's not once a month, maybe that's once a quarter. I don't know if that's enough of a touch point to do once a quarter. I would say still keep them once a month, ideally. Get them outside, do something as a whole pack. Maybe it's not on an evening. Maybe your packtivities are the second Saturday of every month. I don't know. And then in March, instead of the packtivity, you're on a camp out. So you always know the first or the second Saturday of every month is a packtivity. Maybe it's a camp out, maybe it's a bike derby, maybe it's a science day, whatever, okay? The cool thing, and it was brought up in the one with the Scouts BSA, is how do we, because we're wanting to build this community, right? They shouldn't be two separate communities of a pack and a troop. Troops, for the most part, you go to troops kind of in your area because you don't necessarily want to drive really far to another troop. Ask your local troops to come and help at these packtivities. Hopefully you have den chiefs who are helping in your dens. If you don't know what a den chief is, ask me after. That is how those troops can help put on those packtivities. So that doesn't necessarily mean you have to do it, okay? But it doesn't mean punt the whole thing to the troop. That means, hey, I have this game and a link you can watch the thing on how to play it. Can you get me some scouts for them to come and do the activity? Send them the link so the kids learn the Wiggle-O song, you know, whatever, okay? All right, Bobcat ceremony, I talked about that. It doesn't have to go away. Who here does a Bobcat ceremony? Okay, about half the room. Doesn't have to go away, okay? All right, common areas, that is the point, right? So you're gonna go on a walk outside, not a hike, but a walk. Arrow of light, that's the only time they have to go on a camp out, is sometime in that 6 months. That is a requirement. Everyone else doesn't have to go on a camp out. And what I'm seeing more and more, because I'm out at Wooten a lot, is Pack 565 comes out, and there's like a core, hardcore, like 5 families that come and camp Friday night. A bunch of them have soccer Saturday morning, so they come after soccer, and then they do archery, and they go on their walk and they do the stuff. Some of them spend Saturday night, some of them go home. So you've got some people who are only coming for the day part of the camp out. That's okay. They don't have to camp overnight now, okay? That is not a requirement, unless they're an Arrow of Light. And Arrow of Lights can camp with their pack. They can camp with their patrol, because they're not a den, they're a patrol. They can camp at a district event, previously known as Weeblos Woods, that they shouldn't call it that anymore because it's Arrow of Lights coming to visit, okay? They can camp as they're visiting a troop. So they just have to do it at some point. So if your pack is not a camp and pack, that's okay, because some of our packs are part of like a school, after-school program. All right. Now STEM, this is here you go. I just planned okay, I didn't do it. National just planned 4 different activities for you. Your STEM, your Science Day, your Technology Day, your Engineering Day, and your Math Day. 4 months, done. So masters, committee chairs, put those on the calendar, boom, easy. Email me, I will email you the requirements now. You don't have to wait until April when you get the book. Make your calendar, because I know y'all are making your calendar before the summer, right? Make the calendar, and then your den leaders know not to do the science one in the den meeting, because they're going to do it at the Pactivity in January. Cool? Yay. All right. So another common one is service project. So in your citizenship required belt loop, a service project. Hello? Sounds like a Pactivity to me. Do a service project, whatever that might be. Maybe it's a walk and combine them. Heck yeah. Go on your walk and go pick up trash, and you did 2 requirements. I am all about like bundling. Do 2, do 3, okay? All right, now a couple other things that are changed. Your summertime fun belt loop now, it used to be a little pin. Who here did the Summertime Pack Activity Award every summer? You met 3 times and you did things. You didn't raise your hand last time. I know you do. Now it is individual. Ideally, the pack is doing it, and at the end of the summer, you get a belt loop. Now, the time frame to do that is May through August, because schools get out and start at different times, right? We've got a charter school here that starts in July. Well, how are they supposed to go to the August thing if you did it in the middle of a Tuesday, right? So you can start in May. And hint, you're going to see a May activity for this May that you can kick that off by going to a council activity in May, okay? Range and target safety, instead of shooting sports, is now called RATS, or range and target safety. You're still doing archery, BB, and slingshot. Our council is going to be offering more of the slingshot. If you're a BB range master, you can teach slingshot. That's how that works. There's not a third training, okay? And it is done on the BB range. Again, for range and target safety, has to be at a district or council event and approved location. So summer camps at Wooten, our council allows, if someone is a certified range master by a council, they can put on archery, BB, or slingshot at Wooten or Smiling V. Excuse me, strike that. Only at Wooten right now for a unit camp out. Yes?
If we decide to do that, the supplies and stuff needed, like, it's there.
It's there, yes.
Okay.
So at Wooten, if you are the range master for your pack and your pack's going camping and you booked the BB range, you will come and the camp master or the ranger will be there to check out the supplies for you. I used to be out there all the time, and I would make all the copies of all the targets and make sure there was BBs. Sometimes those run out, and there's not a process right now, unless I happen to think about it every month when I'm out there of replenishing it. I would bring BBs and your own targets. You don't bring in your own target for archery, because that'd be really hard. But yes?
On the summertime fun, now that it's an adventure loop, we see some packs that was a thing, there was contradictory instructions.
Verbiage, right.
Is it going to be clarified since it's like you have to earn the tiger one?
You cross at the end of April for this one. I'm currently a tiger. I'm going to be working on this summer the wolf one. So in September, you will give me the wolf one. Does that make sense?
Any given summer, it'll be the one for your
Previous school year. Your next school year. You're not your previous school. Yes, your next school year. Yes, that word. All right, and then conservation, yay, that's a whole thing. We will have, just so you know, like 7 opportunities that the council is doing for cub activities that are day activities, along with a couple of overnight activities, and we will be doing things like conservation. So if you don't want to do the conservation one, send them to the council thing and they'll earn their pin, okay? All right, aquatics, do the aquatics. Yes, Lee, did you have a question? You got pointed out that you had a question. Are the slingshots? Yes, there are slingshots at Wood. I just got asked to test them the other week because nobody used them in like 3 years. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. No. So pick one or the other. You can't do both disciplines at the same time. Mm-hmm. Now, unless you want to like quickly do BB and quickly do slingshot, but for them to earn their, right now, if it's in a couple weeks, you're still earning the patch for the devices. For them to earn their device, they have to shoot a few times. So I would pick one discipline. Yep. All right. Yay, there's aquatics across the board. So you guys could be getting them in the water. And honestly, if you're sending them to summer camp, they're probably working on that. Pinewood Derby, they now get a belt loop or device for participating in a Pinewood Derby. How cool is that? That means maybe you don't have to buy awards like the big ones. You could still buy awards, but National's like, hey, the $1.50 or $2 belt loop, that's cheaper than a ribbon. Honestly, I've had 4 kids go through the program. I can't find their Pinewood Derby ribbons. I can find their little, if they won a like thing. But I have every belt loop they ever, because that was important to them. Yes? Yes. Most likely our council's Scout Shop will still sell things like Pinewood Derby patches because then they make more money. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yep, so you can just focus on, the dens could just focus on 5 of the requireds, because 1 is at home, the faith and reverence one is at home, right? 2 of those electives could happen at the Pactivities, and boom, you're done. And then the electives, they, just don't have the opportunity to do them as a pack or as a den, or maybe you are doing more because you're having how many pack meetings? You're having 9, do 9 different belt loops, and they get all those cool electives, right? Or they can do them at home. You can do them. I'm not saying don't do them. I'm just saying we're making it easier. Oh, now there's the bicycling. Now there's fishing for everyone. Fishing is one of the top 5 things kids in America want to do. Doesn't matter who you are. When they survey kids, they all want to go fishing. I know it's funny, at our joint scouting night, we all say, do you want to shoot something? Actually, way more kids want to go fishing. That should be your hook. Right there is fishing. Okay, across the board, everybody's fishing. Then, who here does a bicycling rodeo? Cool. Packtivity. Biking day, everybody bring their bike, they learn about safety, whatever, okay? You could partner with like your local fire department and talk about other safety. You could have a fire truck there, like whatever. Have fun. And then camping is an elective. Because again, the only ones who have to go camping is who? AOLs. All right, knife safety, no more whittling chip. Okay, anybody in here Did not hear the spiel yet. Okay, so the 3 ranks now are bear, Weeblo, and Arrow of Light. You're going to work on pocket knife safety as a bear. Currently, you only do that right now as a bear. We're going to work on kitchen safety as a Weeblo and all knife safety in a review in Arrow of Light. Because honestly, I use a kitchen knife more than I use a pocket knife, okay? The Whitland chit is going away. Currently, you get like a little card with your Whitland chit. I don't know if you guys know this, but with your adventure belt loops and your pins, there are adventure cards you can purchase. Most of us aren't purchasing those, and that's okay. I would purchase one for the knife ones, so that when you're at a camp out, I think I tagged you last time about this, you have out your knife and you're not following your safety circle, right? And I'm like, ooh, dude, did you even get training? Like, did you earn the thing? Can you have a knife here while we're doing this? And you're like, yeah. And you pull out your card to show that, because most of them aren't wearing their belt loops. And honestly, don't have them wear their belt loops at Wooten. Every single week when I go, I'm finding belt loops everywhere. And slides. So just leave that at home. Have them wear their activity uniform, just their pack shirt and their shorts or whatever, okay? All right, save the date. Everybody save this date right now on your calendar. You are going to want to come or send someone from your pack. The National Cub Scout paid dude, Anthony Berger, will be coming to our council. He doesn't go everywhere, but I convinced him, because it's only a 3-hour drive for him down from the Dallas area. He's gonna come and touch a little bit more on this rollout at the end of April. Those books should be in the Scout Shop. So it's a twofer. Go buy your books and talk to Anthony. And then he and I were going to be talking about the future of Cub Scouting through 2023, and also trying to get your input. What is it you want to see our council doing? Okay? This is at the Thicket, and it's in the evening, and I might feed you dinner. It's not all ironed out yet, but I was promised by John Yates dinner, and now you all have heard it. All right, now Cavalier Council. I don't know if you guys noticed, so our council has had tons of activities before, and then sometimes not very many activities. This last year, the only activity in this school year that we had permission to do was that October eclipse event. Who came to the October eclipse event? Okay, good. Were they fun? Was it fun? Yeah, good. I'm glad it was fun. We are going to be doing activities throughout the year. This is what we currently have permission to do. So this May, we are going to have, on May 11th, at Wooten, our Hawaiian Hullabaloo, and we are going to be working on the current fishing, because this is May, the current fishing belt loop for bears only, okay? Because the new program doesn't start till June 1st. The current aquanaut for Weeblo, and the other ones that have to do with swimming for the current ranks, because that's what I'm allowed to do. Now, this one, you can get 1 out of 3 checks for your summertime fun at the May activity. Yay, even though the program didn't roll out. Okay, so that is May 11th, that's at Wooten. Then May 21st, we are going to have a conservation / kite festival. Okay, yay! And look what they get to earn. The conservation elective. Send your people, they get stuff, okay? I mean September. Thank you. May up here, September down here. September 21st, Smiling V Kite Festival. Then in October at Wooten on the 19th, it's our Passport to Adventure, and you can earn parts of the International Spirit Award. That's also the Joda to Jotty Day, where you can talk to scouts from around the country, okay? And we're gonna do like cool like games that they play from around the country, and instruments from around not the country, world. Games they play around the world from different countries, instruments, so you're gonna see some clothing, all sorts of different things. October at Northeast Metro Park in Pflugerville, our council will be putting on again the November 2nd orienteering event, okay? Who here went to that? Not very many people. We only had like 30, 35, something. Did the kids like it? Good. They learn a little bit. It's just like to start dipping their toe in orienteering, okay? At March at Smiling V on the 29th, that is the STEMboree. I am not in charge of that. That is someone else. My guess is, and what I've encouraged them to do, is to work on those science, technology, engineering, and math belt loops. But they will also be working on that Cosmic Council Award too. So I'm not sure what all they're going to do, but it's in March. And then May 19th, not this one, 2025, right? We're going to do Hawaiian Hullabaloo again. That's where everybody's going to be fishing. Everybody gets to go home and earn the belt loop. Everyone will do the aquatics if they choose, whatever they choose. They're going to have a little passport book, what they get. Then they go home with the belt loop. Yay! So the actual belt loop. So what I talk to our council program people about is if you finish it and earn it at a council event, I can't say this about districts because they have a different budget. At my event, you will go home with the belt loop and a note to give to your Cub Master to put it in Scout Book, because I'm not putting it in Scout Book. Make sense? No. Yeah, I'm not in charge of that. Yes. Oh, yes, you're right. That is April up here. It's invisible because there's an eclipse over it. At Smiling V, April 8th, that weekend, so 6, 7, 8, the eclipse is on a Monday, and they are having the event at Smiling V. I'm not in charge of that, hence it didn't get put on there. And I totally forgot about it, but, well, it was eclipsed. So, yes, April. So, do you guys want this kind of thing? Do you want council to put on program for your packs? Yes. Cool. Call the front desk and tell them, yay, thank you. Anytime you see John Yates, he's in charge, say, thank you for bringing back Cub programming. Yay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, the International Spirit Award. That is a temporary patch. That is a national patch, and there's different things to get. It does hang. There's different things to do. You will earn parts of it, and you will get the information on how to earn it. You have to play games from around the country, things like that, and then you have to send away to national, and then they send you the patch. It's a national thingy. Yeah, there's a knot for adults. Mm-hmm. If you want to learn more about the international scouting, Jota to Jotty, all the cool, because scouting is not just here. Scouting is all over the world. If you want to learn more about that, if you want your den to be hooked up with a den in Zimbabwe, cool, how cool would that be? Talk to the lady, I'm pointing at her through the wall. Her name is Lynn. She's in the midway. Look for the international, like the flags and stuff. She's about this tall, skinny, amazing woman, okay? All right. Now, other things that are happening for this summer, okay? Summer 2024. Yay, summer things are back. Who here has heard of WEAC before? Okay. WEAC is where the Webelos, because remember that was a 2-year program, and the Webelos would go and learn about Scouts BSA. Webelos or WEAC is not a thing anymore because it's the Arrow of Light transitioning. What used to happen is we had WEAC and we had Cub Scout resident camp for everybody with their family to go camping overnight for like a couple days during the summer. That has not happened since before COVID, so most of you here probably had never went to my really cool thing that I did. But what I convinced the Lost Pine staff to do is they are now going to put on outdoor overnight adventure for lions and their partners, and then parents and their wolves, bears, Webelos, and Arrow of Light. They will work on elective adventures only so that they don't mess up the den or patrol meetings with those requireds, and they are going to do all sorts of fun stuff, and they're going to do the rats, the range and target sports, all that stuff, okay? So that will be I believe. Do I have the dates up there? Nope. Oh, I do. Yay! June 30th through July 3rd. That will be at Lost Pines. I don't think it's online yet to register. Okay? There are, this year, back, we will have district and council day camps. As of right now, only 2 districts are doing day camps. There's a whole process. You can't just put on a camp. There's a whole lot of training and like a book this thick of ways in which you show compliance because we want our kids to be safe. So it's not just like, I'm just gonna throw a camp. There's like a whole thing. It's like a year process. So as of right now, Chisholm Trail and Live Oak are the only districts putting on day camps for this summer, but council is, in addition to doing their tech lab, they're putting on council day camps like they did last year. One was at Cabela's in Kyle. One was at Pioneer Farms. I'm not sure where they're gonna be. I'm not in charge of that, okay? Oh, and if you haven't heard of Tech Lab's cool. It's not just for the older scouts, it's also for the littles. And they do all sorts of tech, like hands-on robot stuff, and it's in the tech area of Anderson High School. So you drop them off for the day at Anderson High School and you pick them up. All of the staff are all paid, so you don't have to volunteer. You just drop them off and they do all this hands-on cool techie stuff. All right. If you have not yet signed up for the Cub Scout newsletter for the council, that was Randall's idea, Charles. I added it last night. You need to, because Charles, I send Charles, hey Charles, this is what I'm doing, and he puts it in the newsletter and then emails it out. But if you don't sign up for it, you don't get it. I'm not seeing a whole lot of people holding up their phone. That means you already have it. Yay! All right. Okay. And now is the giveaway time for the 2-night stay in the Keys. You don't have to pay. Ooh, did you get your, yeah, that's what this is. So National gave me passes for, you didn't get it? Here. No, here. Put it in. Okay. So at Philmont and at Seabase and coming soon to Tahoya, which is just north of us, they are doing family adventure style camping with very fancy tents that have floors and sides and a roof. They have beds with a mattress and air conditioning, some of them. Some of them have fans, a little closet to put your stuff in. So it gives you a place to stay and some activities to do down in Key West. And if you can pay to go and stay there, and then you can go do other stuff in the Keys, or you can just stay on site and do their cool activities too. Oh, there's more people's. Y'all, I know, this is a cool thing. You do have to use it by the end of this year, and you have to bring a child. So if you don't have somebody under the age of 18, it's not an adult getaway. There's probably a reason for that. All right. And the winner is 8690661. Kevin. All right. Cool. Yeah, transportation not included. All right, here is the really blurry rollout timeline. So last month I went to Seabase and had 3 days of learning all about this. I already knew a bunch, but I was able to ask lots of questions. And then February, I will start going to roundtables and doing the same discussion, answering questions. Okay, March, same thing. April is when the books should be in the scout shop. Maybe don't keep calling up Rhonda and harassing her. Charles will send out an e-blast saying they are here, okay? Because I'm sure she's gonna get real tired of answering that question. And then May, remember Anthony's coming to talk to us as well. And you give your input in what you want to see council do for Cub Scouts this year, next year, for the next 10 years. This is what I see. This is what I want to see. I'm frustrated with this. Like, give it to me. Yeah, I need your feedback. My kids are adults and one teenager. I haven't been in the Cub program for a minute. I've been in the Cub program for 20 years, but see, that's how long it is. Like, I'm kind of old. So I need y'all who are the current Cub parents to tell me what you want. All right. And then there's going to be online training available starting in May. I will let Charles know that it's up and you guys can start going to that. And then June is when it takes off. Okay? All right. If you don't watch this show on, I'm going to look again, Fridays at 2, they changed it. Cub Chat Live, that's on Facebook. You can go back and watch the recordings too, and you can actually go in and search a different topic that they've done. They keep rolling out little bits about this as well. Okay, so because you got like the abbreviated version, and if you want to know about shooting sports, they have an hour-long talk about the new rats. Okay? All right, and this is an abbreviated, again, version of what you just learned about. It does not have the specific requirements, okay? It just says the information on the update. That is where you can find that, so I'll leave that up for a second. Yes? Ooh, and a podcast. You can listen to it on your way to work. There you go, thank you. Maybe it feels like it. No, just teasing. All right, next one. Okay, this QR code is to the Council's Cub Scout Activities Facebook page. That is where you find out all the cool things that we're doing for Cubs that our council is doing. That is, in addition to the newsletter, that is the Facebook page. I'm the one who created it and watch it. So if you have a comment too, then comment, okay? And on there is my email. If you would like a copy of the themes that I wrote out with all the required adventures, like here's everything for the Derby, here's everything for walking, here's everything for all the different areas, email me and I will email that to you. Okay, I ask you not to post that on Facebook. Please. When you post something on Facebook, it's taken out of context, okay? And you don't have the whole thing. Wait for national. I am letting you have this information so you can plan. You can plan, not you can help other people plan. That's somebody else's job. Okay? I think that's it. Is that my last slide? That is. There you go. There's my email and how to get a hold of me. Thank you. And I'm guessing they want to do, oh, Jessica has is this about right now? The text? Okay. All right. We have 2 minutes for questions. Anybody have any? I mean, we kind of answered questions along the way. Yes. April. Yep. So the question was, when is the den leader stuff supposed to be on? Same time as the book. So you can start planning. As soon as you've got that book in hand, you can start planning your next year. Yeah. Yes. Yes. No. Nope. Okay, so the question is current lions, when they earn the lion this year, if they're a lion right now, today I'm a lion, I'm still in the current program, I'm going to get the rectangle lion badge. Okay? The next year lions, the ones who are going to be in kindergarten next year, they will get the diamond lion. Make sense? I mean, go buy them, like, if your den or your pack, if your den or pack wants to buy the new one so that they can, like, show off all their things, do it. Yes, lion, the top badge at the very top will be the first one they earn, whether it's lion, whether it's tiger, whether it's wolf, whenever they join will be the first one, then the second, the third, the fourth.
So they're not in order? They're not in a particular order?
No. The only order is when they earn it, because maybe they didn't join at lion or tiger. They didn't join till Weeblo. That is new.
Okay.
That is the update. Yep. Bobcat is a belt loop or a device on the Weeblo and Arrow of Light Adventure colors. Yep. Cool. All right. And really, I am your liaison for this. If you have questions, email me. Yes. that National got that a lot. It took them 6 years to make this change. So they started it about 6 years, researching how did they want to change it. They surveyed 23,000 active cub leaders. What kind of changes do you want to see? What is difficult? What is frustrating to you? And then they went to experts like teachers about, grade level appropriateness. They went to Scout BSA for the Arrow of Light, and then COVID hit, and the other things about money hit. So there's been some hiccups. It usually doesn't take 6 years to do an update, but it did this time. But this one's really good. This is a really good update. And they had some really good things to base it on. The last update was really good. There was just a few things that it's like need to be zhuzhed, and so they did zhuzh every single adventure. Yes? Okay. Nope. Nope. And it's not the same. They don't learn about the parts of the first class badge, etc. They are different. It prepares them to earn Scout, but they do not earn Scout by earning Arrow of Light. Yep. All right. Enjoy your lunch.